This is Wealth Warehouse, a podcast that we produced that has 99,800 downloads. Today, we're going through their top episode topics so you can take these episode topics, apply them to your podcast, and get a ton of downloads. So let's get to it. Okay, so let's just jump into it. The highest downloaded episodes are in the 1,000 to 2,000 downloads per episode range. And after over 100 episodes, it's pretty easy to tell where the winners are. So I'm not going to go through every single episode. I'm just going to pull out the ones that you can use. And if we go over here to the actual title breakdown, I have it in this script framework. You can actually download all of these title ideas plus our podcast script framework using the link in either the show notes or the description of this video. So make sure you go ahead and do that. But let's dive into the episode titles right now. So the first title in the top 10, this is over 1,000 downloads, is Real World Examples of Your Topic in Action. That is powerful because it's typically difficult if you have a business or even if you have any type of podcast to apply what you're trying to teach to the real world. So that's one that works wonders. Number 2, we have using X to eliminate Y. In this case, it's using infinite banking to eliminate debt. It could be using LinkedIn to eliminate discovery calls. It could be using SEO to eliminate something that SEO people do. Whatever it is, you can apply it to you. Using pizza to eliminate hunger, or using Gatorade to eliminate hydration. I don't know what it is. You have to apply it to you. For us, we use podcasts to eliminate calls, right? That would be something that applies to us. So to wrap that up, it's use X to eliminate Y. Think about what the X is in your business that you can use to eliminate the Y, which is the thing that your clients or prospects don't want. Next up, we have why this specific type of person loves the thing that you do. In this case, for example, it's why real estate investors love infinite banking, right? So it could be why marketers love SEO, or why salespeople love SEO, or why audio editors hate video editing. So it's kind of this pull on this love and hate. And what we're really trying to do with this one is divide. We're trying to say, hey, these type of people love this and these type of people hate this. Because always in your audience, there's kind of 3 reactions. We can have a positive reaction, we can have a negative reaction, or they can have the worst, which is no reaction. So whenever somebody stumbles upon your content, you want them to have some type of emotional reaction, and that's what this one's pulling to. Next up, we have 5 rules pertaining to the thing you do, according to a person that people know. So in this case, it's 5 rules of infinite banking according to Nelson Nash, or it could be 5 rules of investing according to Dave Ramsey. It could be 5 rules of sales according to Grant Cardone. It could be 5 rules of wine according to Gary Vee. No matter how you want to spin it, it could be 5 rules of burgers according to McDonald's. It doesn't matter. What we're doing here is we're taking a figure, most likely in your industry, that somebody knows or that most people are aware of, and then we're applying some type of methodology, meaning we're going to teach the audience their methods so they don't have to go out and learn it themselves. You're going to do that for them. That's why this one's so powerful. Next up, we have the special episode, the military special, the marketer special, the business owner special, the entrepreneur's edition, the salesperson's edition. This is an edition or a special episode. You can do this to segment your audience. Imagine if you have an audience of construction, real estate, and finance. You could say, here's the construction edition, here's the finance edition. What we did on one of our last episodes is the #1 podcast strategy, entrepreneurs edition. So you can use this to segment your audience without leaving out the rest of the audience and making sure that that certain persona that you work best with also has content just for them. We're moving fast here. Next up, we have 7 invalid thing you do objections. Let me walk through it. 7 invalid whole life insurance objections. 7 invalid LinkedIn Sales Navigator problems. 7 invalid podcast launch secrets, or 7 invalid podcast growth tactics. You can flip this and go valid, but again, we're pulling strings here. We want people to have some type of reaction. So with this one, if you're an SEO company, if you're a marketing company, maybe you are a construction company, 7 invalid ways to hire a contractor, whatever that might be. Again, we're trying to find some friction here, meaning that we don't believe that these 7 ways work. Here's the way that works for us, and we're gonna lead them by the end of the video or the end of the content to that way, that valid way, the way that we're really trying to push. I love this one. I gotta shout out Dave and Paul from Wealth Warehouse for coming up with this incredible title. I actually haven't seen it anywhere else. It's the all my friends think I'm crazy for doing this. What should I say? What should I do? Etc. All my friends think I'm crazy for putting all of my money into life insurance. What do I say to them? Or how do I react to that? Etc. So use this framework. All my friends think I'm crazy for putting all of my money into search engine optimization instead of ads. What should I say to them? Etc. Or whatever it might be. The same rules apply here. We're trying to make people think that, hey, the world may think this is a crazy idea, but we have a lot of data to show that it's not. So that's another great one. Coming down to the last 2 now. So we have the unseen advantages of thing you do. The unseen advantages of hiring a relationship coach. The unseen advantages of firing your social media manager. The unseen advantages of investing in an IRA. The unseen advantages of switching your car insurance to Geico. I don't care what it is, but there's some unseen advantages here. And what the audience member or the listener is thinking is, hey, maybe there's something in this. Maybe there's something in launching a podcast that I just don't see, and it's that side benefit, that's a secret. So this kind of tugs on that secretive string, that kind of need for us to get down to the bottom of it and figure out what these things are that we can't see on surface value, or on the surface rather. So the unseen advantages, that's another great one. The last one is the one that we've talked about so many times, and if you're a business owner, I don't know how you're not doing it. It is the case study. Make your life easy. Case study. How one client earned X without doing Y. Case study. How one client launched their podcast without using social media. Case study. How one client obtained a hamburger without going through the drive-thru or stepping foot in the store. Again, I don't care what it is. It doesn't matter to me. What is this for you? What is the case study? Who is the person? Who is the client that you can bring in? And you can position what you did with them in this way. How one client did X without doing Y, or didn't do X yet achieved Y. There's all of these different variations. Moving on from here, don't think I'm leaving you hanging. We have another 30 different variations. We have another 20 different hook variations that we're providing in that script link. That link that's either in the show notes if you're listening, or it's in the description, first link of this YouTube video. We are giving all of this away. So I appreciate you riding with us on this journey, talking through the #1 episode titles after 99,000 downloads. This is the 9 best titles for 99,000. My name is Ryan Sullivan from Podcast Principles. Make sure you grab your script and all your title ideas down below, completely free as always, and I'm going to catch you next week.